Hello again, I'm Ptyl. Welcome back to Loki's b.a.d.a.s.s. Let's continue on. I was talking about the personal paradises that we build in order to somehow be able to live our belief in ourselves in a world that does not allow us to fulfill our own individuality. We give everything to preserve our island of happiness in a world which is totally different from what we think it should be. We don't care who is paying the price and how much it is, as long as this sensation that we keep that personal paradise is maintained. When we look at the world around us, apart from this personal paradise, we watch the world with contempt, and we don't care if it all comes tumbling down in a way we want it to break down, so that a new, better world will come up. We think there can be such a world because we so much believe in our own vision of how things should be. So when you add all these elements together, all these individuals, all these personal paradises together, you come up with the conclusion that there is a tidal wave coming, a tidal wave of change. This situation can not last forever, because it becomes more and more widespread. And when this tidal wave will come, although I think I know what the cause of it is, that does not mean that at the end of this global social change things will be better. No, things will change, and those who are prepared to seize power when that happens will seize it. If you are unfit to seize this opportunity when this happens, then you will basically just change masters. And the thing is, there is no two sides of it, to conform and to be loyal to yourself. There are many sides to that. There is the choice to conform, and there is the choice to obey your own desires and your own passions, but not all your passions should be answered. There are urges within you, within me, which contradict everything else we are. They don't allow us to become what we are, other than that tiny side of it. So we have to crack down on those sides so that our own passions and our own individuality will not destroy our ability to live a life more suitable for our individual characteristics. I'm not talking about religious purification or anything like that. I'm not talking about God. I advocate that you cease to believe in anything and just feel and think and combine that and realize what you have to do. No destiny, no fate. But the thing is, for myself, I cheated. I advocated against religions and against ideas of belief, fate, destiny, but I kept a tiny piece for myself intact so that I could hold on to it. And the thing that I held on to was that my muse, it's a destiny, and it will unfold if I follow it. I held on to this muse. Whenever things turned to shit in my life, I said to myself, okay, now looks like shit, but if I follow my muse at the end, it will be good. But the thing is, that's just an addiction. It's a thing I hold on to be able to justify basically everything else I do. It's not a drug, and it's not a chemical, and it's not something I eat. But you know, in a way it's much worse, because these things are just like a portion of how you live. And this dedication to my muse eats up all the sides of my life. I didn't understand that until I moved to Berlin. When at first I was signed on a German label, on Dance Macabre Records, I thought that the fact that I was signed, I was pulled out of Israel, was a sign that destiny is unfolding. And I followed without any doubts, and I moved to Germany without having much planned, because I figured the thing that brought me to Germany was my muse, and that will be the very thing that will carry me when I'm there. And I was living in a shitty apartment, and I was alone there, and a nobody. I couldn't speak with anyone, and this was supposed to be my time of blossom. I thought, now I'll be famous, and now my truth will unfold. And then I realized that that was all bullshit. That my muse is not protecting me. It's sadistic. It's hurting me. It's an addiction. It turns my life to shit. Because there is no destiny. And when I'm talking about this tidal wave, it's not the destiny of a tidal wave. It's the conclusion that such a tidal wave should appear. So basically I understood that I need to crack down on my own delusions of grandeur. Because it's more than a possibility that this is the last record I will truly devote myself to making. And I have to be able to confront myself and have the upper hand. So I made this song, like, again, I recorded it, only the vocals, then added the music, but I didn't let the music evolve freely. I kept breaking it, because this is the war between the muse and the realization of the lies that it sells me. It's a war between the order, destiny, and the chaotic existentialism. In general, this episode is marked by Narif. The brother Valley cut his throat off because he turned to Rabbi Dog. This fate of Narif was the result of LOKI's being dedicated to his own identity. This is the price for being what you are. You have to pay that, otherwise you cannot be your true self. This is the part of the mythology, and this is the part of the reality of this episode. Okay, on the side, I think I put in this week some surveys, so please, if you like, answer them. Yeah. Next!